guys, my name is Lachambria and I'm back with another video. This video is kind of going to be a little different from all of my other videos, but I'm going to be doing a mukbang with Subway sandwich, and I'm also going to be telling a story time, so stick around for that. Okay, so all the stuff that I got from Subway is 2 of the classic Lay's chips. And this, all the stuff that's in this is lettuce, ham, American cheese, pickles, and mayonnaise. That's what I always get whenever I go to Subway, but that's just my sandwich. And here I have 3 of the white chip macadamia nut cookies. And I have some Pepsi in here, which is one of my top favorite sodas. And also, whenever my soda runs out, I have water because I actually drank some soda like on the way back to my room. So, you know, if y'all see me switch from this to this, then I've ran out of soda. So, but we're just gonna get right into this story time of how my teacher or one of my professors tried to fail me. Hold on, y'all. I gotta take the first bite. So I think it was like around, I want to say it was either fall or spring semester of the year 2020 and 2021. I think it was fall semester of 2020. But anyways, I had a world literature teacher. It was a woman, but I'm not going to say her name. I'm just going to say it was a professor. So, you know, I had her world literature 1 class. Basically, you know, that literature class was talking about the Greek gods and all that stuff. And, you know, writing essays and everything. See, I'm not really good at writing essays. Like, I have the right idea to write an essay, but me, as for like editing and writing it on paper and typing it on a computer, stuff like that, I'm not really good at that. Okay, like, I'm probably just gonna let this video play like all the way through because it's like, I know y'all probably don't want to see like a whole bunch of edits and stuff like that, so I'm just letting the video play out like all the way through. But anyways, it was this teacher that I had during that semester, and you know, she was basically like, you know, talking about the Greek gods, and like, you know, she had us get a book called something Norms. It's Norms. I forgot what it was. But she had us get that book from the bookstore so that way we could read like the Greek god stories that was from that book. And basically, like, I guess like every week, you know, she would have us like do like an assignment or like write a paper or something like that about the Greek gods or something like that. I don't too much remember all from that class, but sorry, y'all. I just don't want to chew while I'm talking. I just don't want to eat while I'm talking. But anyways, you know, basically, like, you know, the first few weeks of that class, everything was going cool. Like, everything was just going smooth. And then, like, whenever midterms came, you know, I had somebody that I had that class with help me with the midterm, but we didn't share answers with each other or anything like that. Like, we was just like helping each other out and stuff like that because I told him that more than likely I was gonna need his help doing it because I didn't understand it. He was like, yeah, like, we can try to work on it together and stuff like that. And then basically I had went home. I basically went home for, I think this was like whenever COVID first broke out or something like that. Or I think it was before COVID. I think it was either before or after COVID started. But anyways, back to the story. So, you know, whenever midterms came, I was back at home because I was doing my midterm and stuff online. So like, probably like a day or two after I turned the midterm in through D2L online, it's a thing for college. But I have this app on my iPhone called PULSE, Pulse. And basically, like, it lets me know, like, whenever the teacher, you know, grades my paper and stuff like that. So I saw that my teacher graded my paper. Well, my midterm exam, might as well say. And I saw like she graded my midterm exam, and I go on the app, and I freaking swipe over to see my grade, and then I seen that she put a 0 down for my grade. I was like, what the heck? So probably like a few minutes after she graded it, she emails me, and she sends the email. She, like, the same email she sends me, she sends to the dean's office too. She was like, basically, like, she written a long passage or paragraph or whatever, basically saying, oh, one of your sentences that you put in your midterm exam matches the same sentence that was from a website from online. I'm like, I didn't look online. Like, what do you mean? Like, I didn't look online for any answers, like, you know. And then she was like, well, it doesn't matter if you did or not. Like, basically, if the same sentence that you put in your paper is the same sentence that is from online, then it counts as plagiarism. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Because I know I didn't get any answers from online, but whatever. So, I think, like, later on that day, you know, I asked her if I could do some extra credit so I could bring my grade up, because I thought that, you know, I was going to end up failing that class. Like, if you have like a 60 to a 69, then basically if you have a D in that class, then basically that's an elective class. So if you have like a D in that class, then that still counts as passing. But I didn't know that at the time. So I literally thought like I was gonna fail because of that. But she emailed me back like probably like 30 minutes or an hour after I emailed her. And she was like, basically, you know, there's no extra credit. Like, I would suggest you keep working at the schoolwork. And if you feel like you're not going to pass the class, then I suggest that you drop the class and retake it the next semester. Me, in my head, I was thinking like, I'm not trying to do that because I'm not trying to be too far behind in my classes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be too far behind as far as like graduating college, like the year that I'm supposed to graduate, you know? So I think it was like a month or two later or something like that. I think it was like towards the end of the school year. I'm still like at home and like I'm still like doing online classes, because I think this was like after the fact that COVID had broke out, and you know, I think the colleges like shut down or like moved to online because of COVID. So then, like, she wants us to do this like research paper as our final, basically as our final exam, if that makes sense. So, so like, basically we had to write a 3 or 4 page essay over a Greek god and, you know, how they live and where they come from. Basically tell their story of, you know, basically their whole life. And I do that, and probably like a couple days later, she grades it and she gives me a 71, which I thought was kind of crazy because, you know, it's like she wanted me to add more detail to it, and I did, and then she still gonna give me a 71. Like, really? So, probably like later on that day, I think it was like it was on a Monday when I emailed her, and I asked her, I was like, you know, can I, you know, correct my research paper in any way? I got the cookies out. But anyways, I had asked her, you know, on a Monday if I can correct my research paper in any way. And basically she was like, she emailed me back like probably like 30 minutes or an hour later. She was like, yeah, you can correct your research paper, but I would have to get it, you would have to turn it in back to me by tomorrow, which was Tuesday, since grades are due Wednesday. So basically I spent like the rest of Monday, sorry y'all, my boyfriend was calling me, but basically like I spent the rest of Monday and all day Tuesday doing that research paper and basically adding stuff and correcting stuff throughout my whole research paper. So tell me why, you know, I turn it in like Tuesday afternoon, because she told me to turn it in like on Tuesday by midnight. Well, Tuesday at 11:59, might as well say. Tell me why I had turned it in like way before the deadline. I turned it in like at 4 or 5 something in the afternoon on Tuesday. So basically tell me why I spent like the rest of Monday and mostly all morning Tuesday doing that paper, and then maybe like around 4:30-ish, like it was almost 5 o'clock whenever I turned that paper in. And freaking after I turned in the paper, she's gonna email me like at 5 something saying, oh, the class is closed, you're gonna have to retake World Literature 1. Like, what? Like, basically just thinking about this whole situation just makes me mad, because it's like, why would you tell me to do the research paper and correct it? And I spent most of my time doing it, and I get it turned in like way before the deadline, and then as soon as I turn it in, you don't even bother to read it. And like, you know, you just basically like telling me, oh, you just failed the class, and oh, you're gonna have to retake English, oh, whatever. It's a world literature class, y'all. So basically, here comes the next day, Wednesday. That's the day that that teachers have to turn the students' grades in or whatever. So, you know what? I said Tuesday night, I said, you know what? I'm gonna get up early in the morning, and as soon as that office opens at the school, I'm calling the office and I'm gonna tell them about the situation, because that's just not fair. Like, how you gonna tell me to do something, and then I spent most of my time and my hard work trying to correct that paper, then as soon as I turn it in, oh, you don't even bother to read it, oh, all of a sudden the class is closed, you know? But here comes Wednesday morning. It's like, around 8 o'clock. Soon as it hits 8 o'clock, I start calling the office. And it was a guy that answered the phone. And he was like, hey, what can I help you with? And then I told him, you know, the whole situation. And then he was like, okay, I can tell you what you can do. You can go to the website and sign a petition. And I did that. I literally did that, y'all. Like, I went to the school website and I signed a petition. And, you know, basically, I just typed up all the stuff and I emailed it to the people that I was supposed to email it to. Sorry, y'all, I had to burp for a minute. But basically, I did all that. And I didn't hear nothing else from that day. But whenever grades were put into the system on Wednesday, I looked in there onto the Swords website for my college, and basically I saw that the final grades were put in, but you know, for that class, for the world literature class, like I still got like my credits with it. So I mean, so it's like I still got my credit points from it, because you know, like whenever you pass a class in college, like you get your credit points or something like that with it. And it turns out I got my credit points with that class. So I'm like, so I really just passed this class. So like, really, you know, I was doing all that tripping for nothing. You know, it still makes me mad, because it's like the teacher could have just like she could have still read my stuff, you know, instead of just, you know, like if you gonna tell me to freaking correct my paper and have me doing like all that work and dedicate all my time just on that paper, then you could at least read over it and regrade it or something like that, instead of just making me do all that work for nothing. You know, it just, stuff like that makes me mad. But basically, it turns out, long story short, I passed that class. And I didn't even realize, because I didn't think like I could pass that class with a D. But I mean, yeah, I'm not proud of the grade that I got in that class, but you know, hey, at least I still passed. At least I didn't have to retake it again. But yeah, like, sorry y'all. And then it was probably like a week or something later. I think it was like a week or something later after that. Either it was a week or 2 weeks. It was somewhere around there. The person that I emailed the petition to, she actually like emailed me and the teacher that I had for world literature. She emailed me back, you know, that petition. Well, she emailed both of us that petition. And, you know, I emailed them back because I was like, hey, I just want to cancel that petition, because it's like, if I end up passing that class, like, you know, there's no point in like, you know, there's no point in like going through with it. You know what I'm saying? If I already passed the class, and if I know I passed the class. Because it's like, also, I didn't want her to try no funny stuff, like, just because I did that on her. Like, I tried to sign a petition on her, like, she was going to go back in and change my grade to a failing grade, and then, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want her to try no funny business like that, so. And that's why I told the people, that's why I was like, don't even worry about it, because, you know. And I told my friends about that, and they was like, yeah, you did the right thing, because, you know, she would have tried to be slick and just, like, go back into the computer and change your grade and then change your grade to a failing grade. Then you have to turn around and retake that class all over again. And trust me, I was not about to retake that class all over again. I'm telling y'all, like, that class was, it's like, you know, like I said before, like, I'm not proud of the grade that I got in that class, but, you know, I mean, at least I passed that class, you know, because I literally thought that if I had a D in that class, I was going to fail, but, hey. Okay, y'all, so, like, that's basically it for the story time. I didn't even eat these chips yet. I'm going to eat them later on, And I didn't even finish drinking the soda yet. Surprisingly, I thought I would have been, you know, done with it by now, but and also I still got this much of a sandwich left and the 2 cookies. So I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and eat the sandwich now, and then I'll still have like the rest of the stuff to save for later. At least I'll still have food for later, but you know. But yeah, guys, like, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment if you like this video and this story time, because there will be more videos to come on my channel. And I know I'm gonna be persistent with posting videos on my channel, because I know I've been in and out of YouTube, and that's because I've been having a lot of stuff going on as far as like school and other stuff going on. So yeah, I still remember you guys. Trust and remember that I still remember you guys. So make sure you tell your friends to tell their friends about my channel, because we're going to be dropping more bangers on here. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.